There's an age-old question in the deal and capital business, which is, are you deal constrained or are you capital constrained? What that means is if you're deal constrained, you have capital at the ready, but you don't have enough deals to meet the demands of your capital, or the amount of capital you have exceeds the amount of deals you have to put it to work in. Conversely, if you're capital constrained, it means that you have good deal flow and you have opportunities that you think are worthy of your capital, but you're having a hard time actually sourcing capital, raising capital, and inevitably placing it into these opportunities. So deal constrained and capital constrained, and pretty much everybody starts out kind of both, right? You don't have deal flow and you certainly don't have capital, but it's easier to start building up deal flow than it is to start building up capital. And so usually you become capital constrained early on as you struggle for raising capital. And then over time, there's a tipping point that occurs where you've built up enough track record, enough relationships, and your deal flow is robust to now where you become, there's plenty of capital and not enough deals. So it starts out with being capital constrained, then it flips to being more deal constrained because you've got the relationships and the track record to raise enough capital to do the deals you want to do. But there's a third one that nobody talks about, and something that we are now currently experiencing at Lone Star, and that is a bandwidth constraint, or you could say a human capital constraint, or being constrained by our processes or lack thereof. It's a really interesting position to be in, and it's certainly a great problem to be in when you have plenty of deals, plenty of capital, and now what you're struggling with is the ability to actually take care of business and close on all the opportunities and execute on all the opportunities that you have in front of you, including raising the capital and placing them into the deals. And so we're finding that our team is very lean, and we take on a lot of responsibilities as a small team for the amount of business that we do, but our team needs to grow, and that is inevitably the path forward if we want to make further progress, right? We can't just have more investor meetings and raise more capital, and we can't just double down on our deal flow and talk to brokers more, right? Both of those things are imperative and they're great, and we'll continue to do those things, but they're not going to solve the problem that we currently have, which is that bandwidth constraint. So it's really now there's the three things that need to be solved, and it's having strong deal flow, having the processes in place to be able to address deals, due diligence, raising capital, managing investors, closing, and then actually performing the business plan and running asset management and reporting. So one of the things that, obviously a simple solution is hiring, but hiring is obviously not enough. Hiring includes training. It also, of course, includes hiring the right people. So it means getting clear on what is your company culture, who do we want to hire, are they the future faces of the firm, and what does that mean to us? And so kind of forces us to think more long term. One of the things that my business partner Kent and I do to be long-term thinkers is every quarter we take time to go off-site. We call them an off-site meeting, where we'll go spend a night somewhere else. We won't be in the office. We'll try to avoid day-to-day business, and we'll try to spend all day working on the business instead of in the business. And so in anticipation of our off-site meetings, we'll compile lists, brainstorms, and that way we're chock full of discussion points all throughout the day and night about more long-ranging, could be quarterly goals, annual goals, and beyond. So that way the things that we're doing aren't just getting us one step ahead, but aligning us on a longer-term vision. And this includes building out the organization from a team perspective. And then finally, there are processes. Everyone has their own way of doing things, and the most important thing, I think, is that they're actually documented, and that they're repeatable processes that are documented and that can be followed by somebody else, right? They have to be documented well enough to delegate. If a task or projects aren't delegable, then they're not scalable. So those are some of the struggles or really exciting new opportunities that we have in front of us, and I am confident that as we put these things into place, our growth is going to really accelerate. Thanks for watching.